Oh, I still love you, baby. Ooh, 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 darling. Hey, hey! Hi there, and welcome back once again. It's time for the Golden Age of DC Comics 365 days, where I take this beloved hardcover coffee table book given to me by one of my best friends about 2 decades ago. This has been surfing my coffee table ever since. There's a link to the Amazon page in the description below if you want your own copy. It will look great on your coffee table, and it makes an exceptional gift for a geek. I know. This is a 2004 Abrams publication written and curated by Geoff Spear, Chip Kidd, and Les Daniels. And I use it for its intended purpose. This is a 365 days book. I turn to today's date. We look at some comic book art of an antediluvian age. We read the blurb, and then we talk about comic books. And what goes better with a coffee table book and a coffee table, some coffee table talk? Pull up a chair, grab a cup of your favorite, and pull on up and let's talk comics. Let me wet my whistle. Woo! Fresh pot of coffee. Ethiopian Irgachefe. It's got hints of raspberry, lemongrass, honey, and floral. This is a light roasted bean, and it's exceptionally good. I used to be like a dark roast defender, and now my mind and my palate has been opened to the spectrum of coffee beans. Yes. There's a button on my banner. You can click it and get your own bag. This is true. Well, I like to start off the show also with something that's very near and dear and important to me. It's called the escapism caveat. It's, listen, activism is very important, and so are activists as well, because they're people. And the world's in trouble. The people that live on this world are in trouble, and all the living things. And yeah, it's just this is true and important. People are facing an existential dread. This is true. But activists have their space, they have their place, and for the past several years they've been invading other spaces that weren't theirs and to use as platforms, such as comic books, publication fictions, TV shows, gaming, churches, knitting, the Audubon Society. Yes, it's the activists just they're very needy, and they need to use our spaces as their platforms. I say no. No, we need something just as important as activism is escapism. We need to leave behind this world's problems just for a few moments in a day. And how can we if we're continually being shown messaging to be on alert and to be always on this like constant edge of tension? No, I mean, that's good in fiction. It's called dramatic tension, but and just this, that's what escapism is for. So I don't have to think about these world's problems. I can get lost in a hockey game. I can get lost in a Superman story. I can get lost in a huge long video game. Like I got Final Fantasy VII the remix coming from my PlayStation 4. I played that back in the day. I did. Wow, what an amazing immersive experience. That's another story in there too. But yeah, activism. I now call it intellectual colonialism. It's like an intellectual and cultural colonialism. I got show notes. I have notes. I use notes. Yeah. And because such as the conquistadors or the British Empire or even the Japanese or the Russians, or just invade previously populated spaces. Like, listen, I'm a history fan. This is what I see. like the activists are invading previously populated spaces that already had its own culture, their own mores, their own and their own everything. And then we're being told by the invaders that we have to accept their new religion, and we have to accept their use of property rights, and then we have to... The list goes on and on. But at the expense, and if the native population isn't into it and isn't buying and selling their message, that they are othered and they are some kind of savage. I mean, seriously, am I wrong? If I am wrong, place it in the comment section below. But what we're going to do is we're going to get to today's date. It's July the 25th. And I hope you're having an excellent day. I hope that you are rising to your challenges and not being leveled by them. Oh, yay, Superman! Dun, 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 dun. I love Superman. I do. The older I get, the more fond I am of the Boy Scout, you know. And I love Batman. I grew up as a Batman fan, and I always will. But being a spiritual guy and basically being a pacifist, you know, my favorite kind of Batman's the thinking Batman, and the mentor to young people, and you know, less about using violence as a dispute resolution tool. But that's another case, huh? Let's get to this. It's July the 25th. This is an advertisement from Action Comics number 115. And this is from August of 1939. There's a lot of copy here to read. I feel like a big YouTuber. Yeah. Look at that. So it's pretty early. Superman has not got the diamond shape crest to his chest. It's still a triangle. But we already have that Superman iconic font, that 3D motion, action, you know, look at that Superman. But it's Supermen of America. Strength, courage, justice, and kind of almost like the, perhaps like the Captain Marvel, not for sissies. You know, we had that a couple of days ago. Sorry, trigger warning. These are Antediluvian comic books. Yeah, before the flood. That means before the flood. Yeah. What's the flood, Sully? RTFM. Read the manual. Indeed. Superman sends a special message to all members. Let's read the blurb and then we'll read the page. A little more than a year after the character first appeared, the Supermen of America Club was in full swing. It is Superman's great desire that not only the readers of Action Comics and their friends will join this splendid organization, but each and every young person in America as well. The price was merely 10 cents to cover the cost of mailing your membership certificate, button, and secret code. And if you'd sent that dime in 1939, you would have been able to read the secret message at the bottom of this ad. And it's written, let's see, right there. I don't have the cipher. I could look it up, but yeah. It says, you will notice that beneath the name of the club, Supermen of America, which directly above the 3 links of forged steel in which are placed the 3 words, strength, courage, and justice. Purposely and for a most peculiar reason was this symbol used in connection with the name of our organization. These 3 ideals or virtues are bound together, as it were, by bands of the world's strongest metal, and in joining them form a chain of such invulnerable goodness that every man, woman, and child should strive to be linked with it. Dun, dun, dun. On this planet Earth, there has always been, and the chances are there always will be, a confusing mixture of good and evil. And this is 1939 talking, huh? On this planet Earth, there always has been, and the chances are there always will be, the confusing mixture of good and evil. This same condition existed even on the planet Krypton, from whence I came as a baby. Perhaps the forces of evil outbalanced those of goodness and justice. For that reason, Krypton was blasted out of the universe. No one will ever know the cause of the abrupt and appalling disintegration of the planet of my birthplace, but we all realize only too well that when evil overcomes good, misery and heartache follow in its wake. This is Superman talking. Maybe I should adopt a Superman voice. You know, like between Clark and Superman. Fooled Lois for years. This, then, is my mission, here on the planet Earth, to wipe out the paralyzing influences of evil, capital E, and to strengthen and advance the ideals of justice and righteousness, capital J and capital R. Ooh, that means something. Reading, it's fundamental. It is my sincere wish that each and every member of the Supermen of America will strive to do his utmost to assist me in this fine endeavor. In the small page above the coupon on this page, I have written a brief note in code Krypton 9. To the Supermen of America, study the wording carefully, then decipher the sentence from your code chart. So, is it clipped off? If you see what I don't see, I stink at puzzles. I'm pretty bright, but I can't do puzzles. Or math, or big math. Is the cipher in front of me? Is the cipher in the link on the page? Tell me in the comments section. What am I missing here? I don't know. I stink at codes and stuff like that. I don't see it. But let me know. And we've been talking about comic books, and we're going to be talking about comic books every day for the rest of the year. So tune in tomorrow, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern, and we'll find out who we're talking about when we turn the page tomorrow. Please like and subscribe. I would love to earn your subscription. Put on those notifications. Ring that bell. And, knowing when 3 o'clock U.S. Eastern is a good way to learn how to tell time. So, every day, you'll know and you'll figure it out. Like, oh, it must be 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern. It's time to talk about comic books. I make daily content. I talk about spirituality, gratitude, cooking, bunnies eating their breakfast, and on clear mornings, we look at planets if they're in the naked eye sky invisible. Yes, I like to share my exuberance and enthusiasm with the world. That means you, here, right now, today. Thank you so much for tuning in. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. And we will see you again in the funny pages tomorrow. Cheers. Bye-bye.